I was 7 months pregnant, grieving the only man I'd ever loved, when his family showed up at my door with lawyers, claiming my baby wasn't mine to keep. They thought I was too broken to fight back, helpless, jobless, drowning in sorrow. They had no idea who they were messing with. Stick around for a revenge so calculated, it left them begging and broken. If you've ever been kicked when you're down, underestimated by those who should have had your back, or craved justice that hits like a freight train, smash that like button now. Subscribe and hit the bell for more heart-pounding Reddit revenge stories that'll keep you glued to the screen. Let's dive into this widow's epic comeback. Let's call her Hannah to protect her identity, but her story, pulled from a raw Reddit post, is as real as the heartbreak she endured. Hannah and her husband, Ethan, had built a perfect life in their small craftsman-style home in Asheville, North Carolina, over 11 years. No kids, just them, wrapped in a love that felt unbreakable. Ethan was a freelance software developer, his home office glowing with monitors, while Hannah, a former English major, tended to their cozy life gardening, cooking, dreaming together. He'd drive her everywhere in their beat-up Jeep, his hand on hers at red lights, sharing stories over country music. Mornings began with his kiss, the smell of fresh coffee filling their kitchen. "You're my everything," he'd say, eyes warm. They didn't need more, no kids, no stress, just love and laughter. Their world was a bubble, complete. Then cancer crashed in like a wrecking ball. It started with Ethan's fatigue, then a cough that wouldn't quit. The diagnosis, stage 4 pancreatic cancer, felt like a death sentence. Chemo ravaged him, his strong frame wasting under hospital fluorescence. In those grim months, Ethan's heart shifted. "I want a child," he whispered one night, voice weak, hand trembling on Hannah's. "If I can't stay, let a part of me live on with you." Kids weren't Hannah's dream. Their life felt whole, but seeing hope flicker in his sunken eyes, she couldn't say no. IVF was hell, needles, hormone swings, sterile clinics. Her body ached, but when the test came back positive, Ethan's smile lit up the room, a fleeting spark against his pain. "Our little girl," he'd say, hand on her belly, dreaming of playgrounds and bedtime stories despite the tubes snaking around him. As cancer tightened its grip, Hannah became a machine of desperation. She measured his meds with shaky precision, the chemical tang of pills thick in the air. Protein shakes churned in their blender at all hours. "Stay with me," Ethan would plead, voice faint when she'd rush out for supplies. "Let someone else go, but trust, impossible. What if they screw it up?" Her mind raced, pulse hammering as she sped to the pharmacy, rain streaking the windshield. She pulled away emotionally, consumed by keeping him alive, missing his quiet need for her hand in his. That distance? It haunted her, a knife twist of regret. "I fought for his body," she'd think later, but forgot his heart. July 20th stole him, 5 days before their anniversary. In a sterile Asheville hospital, monitors beeping like a countdown, Ethan's breaths grew shallow. Hannah stepped into the hall, phone shaking, voice cracking. "Nurse, he's worse, hurry." She didn't believe it was the end. Ethan always fought. But returning, the room was silent. No breath, no goodbye kiss. She collapsed beside him, fingers numb on his still face, sobs ripping through her like a storm. 7 months pregnant, the world dissolved into emptiness. Their home echoed, no keyboard clicks, no shared dinners. "I must live for her," she told herself, hand on her belly, but doubt gnawed. This was his wish, not mine. How do I love her like he would? Grief was a weight, heavier each day, regret burning. If I'd just held him. Then betrayal struck. Ethan's family, his controlling mother, Diane, with her cold stare, and his manipulative sister, Lauren, always scheming, swooped him like vultures. They'd resented Hannah, calling her spoiled behind fake smiles. Now, with Ethan gone, their venom poured out. They invaded the house, Diane's designer heels clicking on the hardwood. "You never worked a day," she sneered, eyeing the cluttered kitchen. "Can't even drive? How will you raise this child?" Lauren's voice was sharp. "You're a wreck, Hannah. Unfit. This baby deserves us." Their words sliced, exploiting her raw grief. Inside, Hannah seethed. Ethan loved our life. He chose me. But doubt crept in, her hands trembling under their glares. The injustice escalated. At the funeral, under a gray Carolina sky, Diane whispered to relatives. She wasn't there when he died, too busy playing doctor. Lauren posted on social media, veiled jabs framing Hannah as neglectful. Some people can't handle real responsibility. Friends ghosted her, isolation deepening. Overhearing Diane on the phone, "We'll file for custody." "She's got no job, no skills," ignited rage. Lauren laughed. "The baby's Ethan's legacy, ours." Hannah's chest tightened, nails digging into her palms. Powerlessness surged, but so did fury. "They're stealing his dream," her thoughts screamed, disrespecting her love. The betrayal was raw, relatable. Being kicked when you're already down. The turning point hit one stormy night, thunder rumbling as Hannah paced, the baby's kicks grounding her. "No more," she vowed, tears hot on her cheeks. "For Ethan, for our daughter," resolve burned through grief's haze. She signed up for driving lessons, gripping the Jeep's wheel, heart pounding as she navigated rainy Asheville streets. "One step," she muttered, sweat on her brow. Using Ethan's contacts, she pitched freelance editing gigs, leveraging her degree. Rejection stung, but contracts followed. "They called me useless. Watch." Nights blurred. The click of her laptop, coffee's bitter steam, her belly's nudges urging her on. She dug up dirt, Ethan's emails exposing Diane's controlling past, Lauren's shady financial deals. Evidence, she thought, stacking files under lamplight. A pro bono lawyer found through Reddit honed her plan. Tension built, short. Breath-stirring drives, long nights strategizing. Fears whispering, "What if I fail?" Determination silenced them. Execution was razor sharp. When Diane and Lauren filed for custody, claiming Hannah's instability, she was ready. Driving the Jeep to court, its rumble studding her nerves, she walked in poised, files in hand. Diane smirked in the hallway. "Give up, Hannah? You're out of your league," Lauren snickered. "Always so fragile." Hannah's pulse raced, but her eyes burned. Not fragile, fierce. In the courtroom, under harsh lights, Hannah's voice cut through. "They exploited my grief, tried to steal my child." Her lawyer unveiled the evidence. Ethan's emails detailing Diane's manipulation, Lauren's defamatory posts. Then, the kicker, Ethan's will, naming Hannah sole guardian and heir to his software patents worth millions. Diane's face drained, hands shaking. "This is outrageous." She sputtered. Lauren's eyes bulged, voice shrill. "She can't manage that." The judge's gavel slammed. Custody denied, restraining order issued. Outside, under a blazing Asheville sun, Diane begged, tears streaking, "Please, she's our family." Lauren stood frozen, humiliated as whispers spread among onlookers. Hannah exhaled, relief flooding like a river, triumph warm in her chest. "You dishonored him, now face it." Validation surged. She'd protected Ethan's dream, secured. Their daughter, the antagonists, shattered, reputations in ashes, alone in regret. Justice, sharp and sweet, this story shows betrayal cuts deepest when you're grieving. But it also proves pain can forge strength. Hannah turned heartbreak into power, proving no one's helpless when fighting for what's right. Karma's patient, but its aim is true. What do you think? Can rising from ashes be the ultimate revenge? If this tale of justice gave you that satisfying rush, smash that like button and drop in the comments. What's the most epic payback you've seen? We read. Everyone, subscribe for more Reddit revenge stories that hit the bell for the next drop. Thanks for watching. Stay strong out there.